Hello and welcome back to the Horrorcast podcast. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit the subscribe button and put the notification bell on if you want more of this kind of stuff. If you have any ideas, comment down below. As you all know, warning, massive amount of spoilers. This list covers the 10 favorite kinds of kills. And this is episode 2. If you haven't seen the first episode, I highly suggest you go through that.
Go watch it.
At number 10, we have explosion/fire kill, where the victim explodes or dies in a fire. At A, we have Michael Myers from Halloween 2, 1981. Hospital explosion. Michael walks at Laurie and Loomis, who were not holding hands and hiding in the surgery room, where Loomis gives Laurie the marshal's gun, because, you know, he isn't going to use it. Michael appears and then just smashes right through the door. But somehow, this hospital is built cheap. After Loomis's gun doesn't fire because he forgot to press R, Michael stabs him right in the gut with a scalpel. The wounded crazy doctor falls to the floor, leaving Laurie vulnerable to Michael. To Michael's advances, but luckily she has the other gun and uses it to shoot Michael in the head twice for good measure. Laurie shot Michael in the eyes. Blood ran out of the eye holes in the ass because she shot him there. Blinded, Michael starts swiping wildly at where he knows Laurie to be, but Loomis gets back up and opens the valves in the tanks. Michael follows the noise over to him, and Laurie takes the cue to start opening other tanks in the room. As Michael continues swiping away, the hissing of the gas grows louder as Loomis gets crazy with it to fill up the room. When the room gets good and filled, Loomis orders Laurie to run out and tells Michael to say his prayers. With that, we get a giant hospital explosion that fills the hallway with fire. From the flames exits Michael Myers, trying one last time to keep on keeping on. The heat proves to be too much for Michael, and he collapses to the ground, burning. Well, he didn't really die in this movie, because he came back around 2 movies later. Yeah. But I'll count it as a kill, because that's where the entire movie franchise should have ended.
I 100% agree. Look,
because the whole thing just fell downhill.
It did, and very dramatically, very fast, too.
Yeah.
I meant to say drastically.
Anyway, he meant to say Jurassic.
Alright.
Okay. At B, we have Sue Ann Ellington, who's Ma from the movie Ma from 2019. House fire. After she tried hanging Maggie up by her neck, she tried to go upstairs to let her die with her friends. But her daughter, Jeannie Ellington, flynn righted her by hitting her in the head with a skillet, causing her to fall down the stairs. While she was falling down the stairs, she knocked over a candle, causing a house fire. After the fire started, Jeannie comes downstairs and tries to help Maggie, and together they free everyone as they start to wake up. Erica and Stu arrive just in time to get them out of the basement, but Sue Ann grabs Jeannie and pulls her back towards the growing fire. Erica tried apologizing to Sue Ann for what happened to her in high school. Maggie then runs towards her with a knife that was conveniently lying on the ground and runs towards Sue and stabs her. They all escape, leaving her behind in the house, and she yells for Jeannie to come back. When Jeannie doesn't listen, Sue Ann goes back upstairs and settles next to the dead corpse of Ben on the bed. She rests her head on his chest as her house goes up in flames.
Yes.
Of course, this list would not be complete without Ben Tramer from Halloween 2.
Yes.
Car crash and explosion. This one's kind of a short one, but it's such a great kill for someone we didn't really see until his death scene. Well, we didn't really see him at all until this scene. Mm-hmm. But Dr. Loomis, who was played by Donald Pleasance, thought that was Michael Myers walking towards him in the middle of the street. I think trying to kill him when he takes his... What? How did I write this? As he tries to kill him. But he takes a sheriff's gun and waves it at him. Ben Tramer looks around, confused, while walking across the street, when a car that was driving his way drives into him into a van, causing it to explode. Yeah.
Okay, next up for number 9, we have suicides. At number 1 for the suicide section, we have Deborah Myers from Halloween 2007. From
my favorite movie,
Revolver.
Halloween from 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
Yeah,
it's
the
actually
reboot.
2000. You see, it's 2007, but at the same time, sometimes you don't want to trust her. At the same time.
Yeah, I don't know
Anyways.
what he means by that, but let's just get on to it.
She did kill herself because she was depressed and traumatized that her son Michael Myers killed someone. When she did kill herself, the movie showed a projector showing home memories of when Michael wasn't evil. When she shot herself, you can hear her only child, the baby, crying. That's what this is. Okay, at number 2 of the suicide section, we have Corey Cunningham from the shittiest Halloween movie ever. Halloween Ends in dog shit.
Yeah, that movie's absolutely just shitty.
It was terrible. We watched it when we were talking for hours on how Michael Myers got killed by a damn refrigerator.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but we're doing Corey.
I know
the
that.
crappiest off-brand Michael Myers there is. Oscar Myers.
That's right.
But, well, he's knife and neck snap. His neck only got snapped. His neck got snapped for Michael, but he did.
He tried killing himself with a knife. Then Michael ended it all with the knife. The knife snap. Yep. The knife snap.
Yeah, he ended his life with knives.
And I know. Corey is in a few of these sections because there was.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got rid of him or not.
I hope they did.
I hope I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was a little throat slit done by himself, meaning he tried killing himself. What an loser. But Michael came in and spun his head around. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Finally finishing that piece of...
No, you just say the swear.
Huh?
Just say the swear, because I'm going to edit it out.
That
anyway.
piece of shit! This movie is such bullshit!
Next.
And at number 3 of the suicide section, we have Tiny, The Devil's Rejects of 2005. It is the same reason as last time. Tiny went back into the house and it exploded. Boosh! He basically sacrificed himself for the Firefly family.
Yeah, yeah, so I edited the list, so there's not really going to be repeats, so I don't know why I said that. But at number 8, we have throat slits. We have Ronnie White from 2007, of course, with a knife, because this section obviously is. So, a great kill to almost start off this movie. He was Michael Myers' third victim. Michael grabs a knife and duct tape, and then he duct tapes his head, torso, arms, legs to the lazy boy he was sleeping on. Then he kills Ronnie with a nice throat slit. When the blood pours out, it looks like a red wine waterfall.
You gotta love some of those.
Yeah, but I actually hate to say it, but it's Michael Myers from Halloween Ends. I want to throw up after I just seen that movie. I hated Laurie after this, but
Same.
so for all of you Michael Myers fans out there who haven't seen this movie and want to, well, Michael dies at the end. Yes, this movie, which has been going on in a running trilogy with Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills and the remaining continuity, or whatever, with Halloween 1978. Skipped over Halloween 2. So, Michael Myers ends up dying at the end with a throat slit, a broken arm, and a wrist slit, and a fucking fridge. It's stupid, too. Michael's barely even in this shitty movie. He is basically... He only gets, like, the final scene out of the entire, almost 2-hour movie. He was only in here for, like, 10 minutes. He also gets grinded up or ground up in a car shredder thing at a junkyard where Corey Cunningham went to a lot to get his, like, car or motorcycle fixed. Corey Cunningham looked like he was working with Michael, and then Corey beat Michael up and took his mask and mechanic jumpsuit. And he became everyone's most beloved villain, Oscar Myers.
Give me that.
Well,
That, I have to say, That's the worst movie ever. Yeah.
It actually makes me respect all the other movies.
It does.
Especially
it really does.
Halloween 3, and that's not even a Michael movie.
Yeah. Who would have thought, okay, that a really strong killer like Michael Myers gets the only... Okay, so this is how you defeat strong enemies. You don't need a damn machine gun. You need a damn refrigerator
Yeah,
and
it's
a
like
knife.
killing Jason with a microwave.
Also, can I just say...
The forbidden bath bomb.
Also, can I just say that the car shredder scene kind of looked like they were just shredding a big fucking jello mold of his ass?
Yeah.
Of him?
Yeah, it looked really weird.
It was.
At C, we have Corey, again. It's one of the best kills in the entirety of the franchise, because the worst person in the entirety of the franchise, because he died. And I had a huge sigh of relief that this jackass finally died. He was stabbed in the throat by himself, because of suicide. Even though it kind of is, but not really a throat slit. Well, it's still a knife in the dude's throat, so I'm gotta add it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on the neck, it's a throat slit.
Or not really a
No.
throat slit, but it's like kind of a throat slit. A knife in the throat, but still, it doesn't matter. Okay. At D, it's kind of a bonus one. Dean Russell from A Nightmare on Elm Street reboot from 2010. Again, knife. This movie was different from the rest. You can say the same thing for the rest, but because not only did they change the house, you might have not noticed that, they changed the atmosphere of the movie and Freddy Krueger himself. So to like more realistically like make the burn victim. So they changed the atmosphere. I just said that. They made him into an even more sick bastard than he already is. Dean's throat slit death is one of my favorite Freddy Krueger deaths of all time. The way Dean had jagged movements when the knife was right next to his throat, and when the knife was in it, and the way he sadly and scaredly said, "You're not real," or "You're not real," before the knife went to his throat and cut it wide open. After the throat slit, he falls to the ground, dead, causing his friend to scream and cry hysterically for help.
It was to be honest, it was a tragic end for him. But
He was like in for like 10 minutes in the movie.
I know, and it
But-
sucks. That one piece. They
Well-
should have kept him in for a little bit longer.
Well-
That's just me.
Well, it wasn't even a thin throat slit either. It was like the whole blade. So,
Damn.
the whole thing. It's like what, like 6-7 inches? Like the whole thing was like in there. Okay, so okay, let's go on to number 7. Miscellaneous, 'cause, cars, rocks, branches, the typical the not murder weapons. So, I know, I'm just explaining it for.
I know. Thank you, Miles. So, in the very first kill that we have for our miscellaneous, cars, rocks, and branches, meaning if you were a vegan, this is how you're gonna die. Anyway, I'm just kidding. We respect vegans here, okay? We respect them here.
Besides that vegan teacher, you bitch.
Because eat your vegetable.
Vegetables.
Anyways, we have Wesley Rhodes of Halloween 2007. Which he died in a fit of rage by Michael Myers because he was bullying Michael. How dare he? He was bullying Michael Myers so much it drove him to the point where he killed Wesley. There was blood all over his face and it looked like a spider web. Yeah, what do you gotta say about that kill there, Miles?
Oh, it's pretty good.
It is,
Basic, but still great way to start off the movie.
yeah, I say great way. Just what Miles has, my good friend Miles here was exclaimed.
Let's just get this episode over with. Gotta get
Yes.
quick hits.
I know.
All that shit.
I know.
I'm waiting for this, release this episode.
At number 2 in our miscellaneous car, rocks, and branches, we have Nubbin Sawyer.
So yeah.
Sawyer from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of 1974. From a semi-truck. When Nubbins was chasing Sally Hardesty, who successfully escaped the Sawyer house in Kingsland, Texas, he got hit and crushed by a semi-truck.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Stomaching?
Yeah, the syndicate.
He tried to say the F word.
Yeah.
He tried to say F and semi-truck at the same time.
So you're saying he was being a semi-truck?
No. Wait, where was he doing that? The exhaust?
Probably. That's what...
Just go to 3.
Alright, and number 3 of the miscellaneous section, we have Nurse Karen from Halloween 2 of 1981, Hot Tub. He grabs her and kills her by repeatedly dunking her head in a tub water as the temperature continues to climb. Kablunk, kablunk. Her skin was coming off like dried Elmer's glue. Yep. When she's finally drowned or scalded to death, Michael unceremoniously drops her body to the floor. Classic. It is a classic.
Yeah, so next we have melee kill, like machete, axe, bat, or whatever. Anything you can hold in your hand. Oh, no, not a gun. You have to hit stuff with it. So we have Steve from 2007, or Halloween 2007. Baseball bat. While he was making a sandwich after he chilled with Judith, Michael comes from behind him with a bat and beats his head and to death. Then we have Gina Pancella from Halloween 2018. A hammer. After Michael grabs a hammer from the garage, he enters the house when Gina was making a sandwich before murdering her off screen. He beats her 6 times with the hammer. And the third one is Oscar from Halloween 2018. A knife and a fence post. Oscar and Nelson end up in Mr. Elrod's backyard. The house has motion sensor lights, so they can detect any movement from people. They turn off a few times because of Michael's stillness. Then the lights turn on, and Michael stabs Oscar in the back. Then he impales his chin on the fence post.
Brutal, that one.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Alright. And at number 5 of our favorite kills, we have shooting. We don't have really much for this.
We have 1 right now.
Yeah, we only have 1.
That I can really think of. I mean, we get the script.
Yeah. But
thanks for helping me with that.
You're very welcome. I gave you moral support.
Okay.
Alright. The one that we have for shooting is Mike from The Strangers of 2008. Shotgun. Mike was mistakenly shot in the face by James because he is a huge Earl Haggard fan. So he can't help but wander into a free concert going on inside the house. The concert was the house because the record player was bumped into and started repeating the same part of a song.
At number 4, we have Head Crush. Ooh, gotta love these. Looks like a smashed pumpkin, So, 1, we have Dr. Sartain from Halloween 2018. Michael's boot. So, Michael reawakens Michael reawakens in the car after Sartain hit him with it. And then he kicks the crap out of Sartain's seat. He gets out of the car and pulls Sartain out of his seat and puts him on the ground. Allison takes the time to get out of the car and runs away. Michael stares down at Sartain as he says his final words. Say something. Michael never ends up saying anything and just stomps on his head like a pumpkin.
Ooh, brutal.
Like, something like that. So, next we have Richter from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. It's actually on Netflix. So, by a mallet. So Richter heads into the orphanage where he knows Leatherface is at. Leatherface breaks into a wall to retrieve his chainsaw, but he hides from Richter as he enters the room. Melody, who was hiding under the bed, helped him by slightly moving a mirror to show Richter that Leatherface was hiding behind the door. But Leatherface still gets the upper hand when he hit his knee with his mallet so hard that it bent the other way. Then he impales Richter's neck on a glass shard. Then he gets his keys out for Melody to escape. But Leatherface begins hammering Richter's head repeatedly until he died.
That is a brutal one.
Next we got Adrian or whatever from Jason X 2001. Liquid nitrogen. Jason grabs Adrian and manhandles her. Jason dips her face into liquid nitrogen and after it freezes, smashes it into bits on the countertop.
That is a classic kill in the Jason series.
Classic.
Yeah,
So it has to be. It's from 2001. It started in the 80s.
I know.
70s or 80s.
Well, it's a modern day classic.
It's more modern, but yeah, one of the best though. How do you get all the way down there?
Okay. All right. And now we move into the top 3, which at number 3 we have stabbings.
This list does not go in any order. It's just a random order.
Mm-hmm.
So
our first pick for the stabbing section is Judith Myers from Halloween 2007 by a knife. Michael walks into her room and trades his juvenile clown mask for something more mature that he finds. He gets weirdly pervy with his sister too. Ooh.
yeah.
Stay home, Alabama.
Alabama shit over there.
When she realizes what he's doing, she yells at him and slaps him in the mask. That's when he takes the knife and stabs her in the stomach with it. Oof. It's a more drawn-out kill than the one in the original, but he gives her a chance to get into the hallway. She slowly limps away with the ridiculous-looking mini Mike stepping out and stalking her down the hallway. He catches up to her and uses the knife to slash her a lot.
Slasher and stabbers.
Slasher, stabber, a lot.
Whatever.
And it was at least 16 more times after when she was in the bed. Okay, our second pick for stabbings is Nurse Daniels from Halloween 2 of 2009 by a knife. Yet again.
Yeah, because it's stabbing.
Exactly.
Not all of them are stabbed for the knife.
True.
Yeah.
Michael comes around the corner while she falls on the ground, and he's not there to give her help. Instead, he slowly walks over to her and kills her in a brutal manner by aggressively stabbing her in the back at least 10 times. But I don't think she is going to get up after that. Also, I just realized that there aren't any other doctors in this hospital besides the ones that helped Laurie recover from the last movie. And our final one pick for the stabbing section is Nurse Wayne. Nurse Gwen. When did this happen? Well, in Halloween of 2007 by a fork. See, they're not all a knife.
I didn't say they were all a knife. I said most of them are a knife.
Yeah. After a while, the silent treatment settled in. He kills a nurse with the fork and stabs her in the neck. I don't know why. Great answer.
Okay, so that one was kind of short, but at number 2 we have choking. Of course, with hands, because what else are you supposed to choke with? So, okay, we have Linda from Halloween 2007. Hands. Linda rolls over to get front row seats to the Ghost Bob show. Michael makes her get up out of the blankets for the beer that Bob was trying to get for her. And that means we'll see a naked chick die. Michael grabs her and chokes her with his bare hands until her body slumps over to the ground. Now we have Kevin from Halloween 2018. He's got a basic kill, like choking already is. But he rose from the back seat and grabbed him by the neck. But you expect him to live because of his age. Or live and escape because of his age. But no, Michael ain't playing 40 years later. And Kevin dies by breaking his neck. Even though he didn't technically choke him, but he put his hands around someone's neck, and that's close enough for me. Next we got Dana from Halloween 2018. Dana and Aaron stop at a gas station. Dana has to use the bathroom and kills Aaron, or Michael killed Aaron. Dana did not kill Aaron. Then Michael raises Dana up by the throat and breaks her neck with a nasty crunch.
Yummy.
Delicious.
And some of our most favorite of these types of kills, we have decapitation. You gotta love a nice, good decapitation.
My favorite kind of decapitation are the half decapitation.
Oh yeah, like at the jaw.
Yeah, like
oh,
so like the corners of the mouth, like up to like under the ears or whatever.
You gotta love those. You gotta
Absolutely.
love those.
I don't know why I didn't
Our-
add that.
Yeah. Our first pick of decapitation, we have Gary Scott from Halloween 2 of 2009. Decapitated with a glass shard after Coroner Hooks wasn't watching where
corner
he
hooks.
I said Coroner Hooks.
Okay.
Wasn't watching where he was driving. He crashed into a cow.
Don't do that.
That was in the middle of the road. Hooks died. How dare that weak? But the crash woke up Michael Myers. Michael gets out of the van just fine. Then he
Well-
walks to the
But
front
I have
of
something
the
to add. I have
van.
something to add.
What?
So, after the crash, Gary's vocabulary just got limited down
Yeah, it did.
to one word.
Yeah.
It was fuck. Okay. Last 2-3 sentences.
Yep. Michael gets out of the van just fine. When he walks to the front of the van, grabs a glass shard, and not only did he cut his throat, he straight up decapitates his ass. But after that great kill, we have the mechanic dude from Halloween H2O of 1998, decapitated with the fire axe. Laurie takes an axe and steals a coroner's van to drive us to the movie's finale. As she speeds down the California highway, the body in the bag behind her starts coming back to life, just as she suspected. And after he gets out, he goes to attack her, but Laurie slams on the brakes and sends the man in the mask flying out through the windshield. She waits for him to do the standard Michael Myers sit-up before revving up the van and commits vehicular homicide. When she does that, it sends Laurie, the man and the van tumbling down a hill, pinning the man in the mask against a tree with a van. After Laurie gets up, she picks up a fire axe nearby and goes over to him. Laurie stares at him, and after a while, she takes the axe and decapitates the mechanic.
One of the best kills in the movie.
Oh,
if
yeah,
Halloween 2
by far.
didn't end like the explosion, then it would have ended with this.
Yeah, and to be honest, it would have been a great ending with that kill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that really
you know?
wasn't Michael Myers.
Mm-hmm. And the final thing we have for decapitation is Jen from Halloween Resurrection from 2002
Well,
with a chef's knife.
Wasn't really a good movie, but we had to
Yeah.
fill up this list.
Yeah. Jen is at the top of the stairs, trying to look for Michael. As Michael steps out, he decapitates her with one swing of the knife. Woof! Then the head rolls down the stairs.
In a comical manner. But
Very common.
how sharp was that knife?
It must have been like an 1,000-degree knife.
No,
You know
it wasn't
how
a
hot
thousand-
this-
no, it
I
was,
know it wasn't, but it acted like it was, you know?
it was just
very sharp.
sliced through a piece of paper, like it didn't even touch it. So
It was like one of those like TikTok trends, you just pull out the katana and it just goes
you're like,
oh no my
okay, so that concludes for today's video or podcast episode. Look, I hope you guys share this podcast with your friends, family, whoever. Please, we need the love and support. See you next time.